Hi there. Well, welcome to November favorites. This is actually going to be a combination video. So I'm going to be doing November favorites, but also sort of a combination of a Sephora haul follow-up because there's a lot of overlap. I found a lot of things that are my favorites for the month of November were things that I ordered from the Sephora sale. So I just thought I would combine them together, but I am going to have to kind of move quickly through things so that the video doesn't get too very long. So what I'd like to start with are my lifestyle favorites. I just have a couple of them this month, so I thought I would talk about those first and then move into the favorites and fails. So the first lifestyle favorite I want to show you is a snack that I've been nuts over this past month. I found these at Target. These are the Archer Farms sweet potato crinkle cut potato chips. This is an empty bag and I have already repurchased another one. And also I should start by saying I do not like sweet potatoes. Not the way they are usually served as a baked potato with the cinnamon and sugar and things like that. I really don't like a sweet vegetable. I like savory. But something compelled me to buy these, and I thought that maybe with the salt they would be really good. I love a sweet and salty flavor combo, and these did not disappoint. They are so delicious. They are very crunchy. They're much more crunchy than a regular potato chip. Probably a little bit more like a kettle style potato chip, maybe even a little bit more, but they are so delicious and I really like them. So if you are at Target and you happen to see these, I would definitely recommend them. Great TV watching snack for me. Sorry, I just knocked something over when I set that down. The next favorite is something I am so excited to show you. I have really been wanting to downsize my everyday handbag. I had one that I'd shown you a while back from TJ Maxx that I loved, but more and more I just feel like I've been wanting to lighten up my load and carry a smaller bag. I did that over the summer with the Tory Burch crossbody bag, but I really wanted one for winter. So I started doing some searching online. I came across this bag. This is from Michael Kors. It's his Mercer large crossbody bag. This bag has a couple of really unique features. First of all, it does have just the crossbody strap that is detachable, and it's got a front pocket here with a little clasp that opens up really easily. But one of the unique things about this bag is that it has a removable pouch, which I thought was really neat. This has credit card slots inside. It also has a slip pocket on the back, and it's just a really nice, oops, I guess it was already unzipped. So that's a look down inside at the credit card slots. It's got quite a bit of space in here, so I think this would be great if you're someone that likes to switch bags. Maybe you carry your crossbody in a larger work tote and you want to just be able to take a wallet out. I think this would be a really great option. I haven't found a really good use for me because I still like to carry a separate wallet inside my bag, but I think that that may be what it was intended for. But that slips right down here in this front pocket. And then there's also a snap closure pocket here on the back. I just really love the size of this bag. It's not too big, it's not too small. It's very comfortable as a crossbody, but I feel like I could have more things in it than my usual clutch style bag. And then it does have a zipper top so everything stays secure, and it has more credit card slots down here. It's got about 6 of them on the back, and then it does have a back wall zipper along this side, and then you can just see it's got the Michael Kors lining down in there. So anyway, I've been super thrilled with it, especially with all of the pre-vacation shopping we've been doing, holiday shopping, things like that. It's been really nice to just be able to put this bag on and go, be hands-free. That's what I love about a crossbody bag. And as I mentioned, I don't really feel like I've had to sacrifice carrying a lot of the things I would normally have, because I think this is just a little bit more spacious than other crossbody bags I've seen. And I should also say this is in that cinder color that a lot of you commented about. This was the tote style bag that I had before. The zip top tote was in cinder, and I fell in love with it because it's sort of a grayish brown, and so it was something that I knew that I wanted to have again, maybe in a different style, and so this was perfect for me. So I will link to that down below if it's something that you're interested in. So those were just a couple of lifestyle favorites that I had this month, and now let's move into beauty and then the Sephora haul follow-up combo. So I'm going to start by talking about a couple of fails. One really surprised me. I thought this was something I was really going to like, but I just didn't end up thinking it was anything special. So this is the Laura Mercier Pressed Candle Glow Powder. I ordered this in shade number 2. Let me just go ahead and show that to you here. I wouldn't say it was bad. There wasn't anything that I really disliked about it other than it didn't seem to really do anything for me. The powder itself is a very, very dry formula. Not a lot comes out onto your brush, which I guess is a good thing because it doesn't give you a really heavy powdery look. But I didn't really find that it gave me that perfecting kind of quality that I find with my Hourglass powders. I thought it was okay. It didn't do anything bad. It didn't give me a strange look or anything too shiny. It's not overly glittery. There's just nothing. It's just, I think that it is just nothing. It just didn't really show anything on my skin. So if you want a almost barely there, not really noticeable kind of powder, maybe this would be a good option for you. But for me, it just didn't really live up to the Candle Glow perfecting powder type of thing that I was expecting. I much prefer my Hourglass. I think for me that gives a little bit more luminosity. It gives a little bit of warmth. The shade that I am using on my skin gives just a little bit of warmth, and it just does something a little bit more special. To me, this just wasn't, I don't know, it just kind of was a too barely there for me. The other thing that I purchased that was sort of a last minute decision and then ended up being something that I regretted was the Urban Decay lipstick in Ravenswood. I really like the formula of this. I thought it was a very comfortable lipstick, but it ended up just being a little bit too opaque and wine colored for me. When I put it on, I felt like it was almost bordering on a goth lip for me. It was just a little bit too deep in color, and I don't think that really comes across here on the swatch. It looks really pretty even there, but once it was on my lips, it just really did not flatter my skin tone at all. It kind of made my skin look sallow, and for me, just too dark of a color, just something I was not really comfortable with. So that was the other fail for me, but these, neither one of them, I should say, are bad products in my opinion. They didn't work for me, but they might work for somebody else. Now on to some things that I really did love. I did pick up another lipstick. I had mentioned to you that I was looking for sort of a party red, a brighter red, something for evening that I could wear that would be really comfortable, not dry out my lips. So I chose the Dior lipstick in Avenue. I'm not wearing it today, but I did want to insert some footage here so you could see me applying it so you could get a better idea of what it looks like. It is more of a pink red. It's a strawberry pink red as I would describe it, but it does have that fantastic Dior lipstick formula, the one that I love so much from the color True, number 722. This is number 667 in Avenue. So you really get that very familiar Dior quality, but just in a much brighter color. When I first applied it, I was a little bit not sure about it because it's so out of my comfort zone a little bit, but I just love the way it looks. I think it's a really beautiful red. It's not going to be a daytime red for me, but for the upcoming holidays, for nighttime, for special occasions, I think it's really going to be something that I love. The more that I've tried it, the more I like it, and I think it's really just going to brighten up my look a little bit. So I am very excited to have it. The lipstick I am wearing today, I will mention, is a Milani color, and I will link to it down below, but I didn't want you to be confused because they are a little bit similar, but this is a much more neutral red that I am wearing today. Okay, moving on to some other things. So this was something I am so excited about, and it was another product I was on the fence about, but you all convinced me that it was something I needed to have in my life. This is the Tarte Tartelette in Bloom palette. Wow, thank you so much for encouraging me to get this. What a beautiful palette. I have been wearing this every single day since I got it. I am wearing a look from it today. I am wearing Rebel, Firecracker, Leader, and Activist. I believe those are the combinations. Actually, I also have Flower Child and Charmer on. I wore quite a few colors from here today. I just wanted a little bit more of the bronzy red type of look since I was wearing brown in my shirt. But I like that you can also create cool looks with this. Jet Setter and Rocker, which are the colors up here, this might be a little easier. Jet Setter and Rocker are two of my favorites. I've been wearing them in combination. So I'll put Jet Setter as my base, and then I will put Rocker on top. And then Flower Child, Charmer are great highlight colors. Smarty Pants and Sweetheart are awesome blending transition shades. And these on the end here, which is Smoke Show and Activist, are really great liner colors or outer V definition colors. There's just so much fun you can have with this palette. I've only just begun. I've been doing some quick looks that I'm comfortable with the Jet Setter and Rocker, but then today trying the other looks and really just love Firecracker. That's a great bronzy look, so I think I've gone on enough about that, but I'm really happy to have that, and I am going to be taking that on vacation with me because I think it has so many great options. Okay, the next thing I purchased was something that wasn't really a fun purchase. It was just something I had run out of. I had run out of my Sephora Daily Brush Cleanser. So I ordered this as a replacement, and actually I don't think it was what I had before because I kind of had an old bottle, but this is the newer Daily Brush Cleanser, but it does a fantastic job. So this has lemon and grapefruit and tea tree oil. The tea tree oil really comes through, but what struck me about this is that I would spray a little bit onto a brush and then use a paper towel, and the makeup just melts right off of it. It is so quick. It only took me a few swirls of my brush and all of the foundation was off of it. I was super impressed. So for me, whatever they've done with this formula has definitely worked. I am so sorry about that alarm. That means my chicken is done, so I'll go check on that in a second. Anyway, back to what I was saying, but this is a really great brush cleanser. It's a good price. This is one of those items that if you're maybe on the edge of free shipping and you just need a little something extra to add to your cart, something really useful, I would recommend this. It is something I will definitely repurchase. I am so impressed with how it takes the makeup off my brushes for just a really quick in-between type of cleaning. Okay, moving on to a few more things from my haul. So the next item was something that I have been chasing for several years, and I finally got it. I am so excited. This is the Makeup Forever brush holder. This thing goes out of stock all of the time. It wasn't available when I placed my first Sephora order, and then once I waited till the sale was over, it came back in stock, and despite not being able to get the discount, I had to buy it anyway because I've wanted this for such a long time, and I really want to use this when I travel for my brushes. So let me unzip this here. So it has a zipper around the edge, and then it opens up like this. You can see down inside there a little bit. Let me move this tag out of the way. So this will hold all of your brushes either in these little elastic pockets at the back, or you can just set them down inside. It will fit my tallest brush, which is this Sephora, or excuse me, this is a Bobbi Brown powder brush. And the most important thing to me is it can fit my longest brushes, so it kind of gives you an idea of how tall it is. So that one will fit in there. It will also fit in the elastic pockets here at the back, and it will fit comfortably and still zip up. So this has quite a bit of room. I won't have to worry about picking and choosing my brushes. It's going to fit absolutely everything. But then it does have a little bit of flexibility to it, so I'll be able to put that in a bag and have it smushed down just a little bit. I feel like the brushes are still going to be really safe. But it's also going to hold everything that I need it to hold. And there is a bit of a clear plastic sort of PVC lining in here, so any of the powders and things that might be on your brushes won't go through. This looks like a mesh, but it's actually plastic lined, so that won't go through and get onto any of your clothing or anything else that might be in your bag. So even though I didn't get the discount, I am so happy to finally have that brush holder. The next thing I bought was a skincare product. This is the Peter Thomas Roth Pumpkin Enzyme Mask. I wanted something just to give my skin back a little bit more glow, a little bit more luminosity, and I really wanted like a weekly or bi-weekly treatment. So I did a little bit of research, and this is the product that I came across. So this not only has some exfoliating properties, but it does give your skin a little bit of an at-home peel. It smells like pumpkin pie. It is the best smelling facial scrub peel mask that I have ever used. So you just take a little bit of product, you work it into your skin, gently massage it in so you get that exfoliating quality, and then you leave it on your skin for anywhere from about 3 to 7 minutes. I'm able to leave it on up to 7 minutes at this point, but it just does give a little bit of warmth. You will feel it working, and then you just rinse it off. I don't do any cleansing or anything after that because you use it with clean skin. And then I just rinse it off with a little bit of water or a damp washcloth very gently. But it really has done a little bit of resurfacing on my skin. It will be a little bit warm and tingly when it's on, but once it's off, that goes away from me, and it has not caused any redness or irritation, no additional dryness or flakiness, nothing. So I've been super impressed with it, and it's been a real treat for my skin, something that I'm really looking forward to using long term. I get the feeling that the longer that I use this, the more it's going to help my skin, especially if I continue to use it regularly over time. So this for me was a really good buy. I had really wanted to get that Peter Thomas Roth sampler set, and they were sold out of that. So I picked the mask that I felt was going to be most useful for me, and this pumpkin peel one was, and I'm so happy I got it. Next up in my favorites is something that is a repurchase for me, and I talked about really having missed this product. This is the Urban Decay Naked 2 Basics palette. I got this at the same time as the Tartelette and Bloom palette, and I kind of felt like maybe I'd made a mistake, maybe there was a little bit of redundancy. But the color that I really keep coming back to in this palette that I cannot get an exact duplicate of is Cover. So in my opinion, it's really worth having both. I think that Cover and Jet Setter are a little bit similar, but Cover has a little bit more brown in it. And to me, there's just something really special and unique about it. This is a very easy palette. It creates a really simple, neutral look. I think this palette would be great for everyone because it's something that if you have a lot of different makeup options, but maybe you want a really simple palette that you can travel with, something that's going to be a go-to, that is going to be really easy and not a look that you really have to put a lot of thought into. This is going to be good for you. But if you're someone that's also maybe new to makeup or not really comfortable with the larger palettes, this is going to be something that would be foolproof and give you a lot of great everyday options, and something that you could use a little bit darker color down here at the end to maybe add a little bit more drama for a nighttime look, but really hard to go wrong with a palette like this. So I do definitely think it's worth having, and I am certainly happy to have it back again. And then another product that I purchased with the sale was a new product for me, and this is the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I purchased shade 4.5, which has been an absolute perfect match for me. It is the foundation that I'm wearing today. I am really impressed with this. I didn't know a lot about it. I just knew that it looked like to be a popular product that I really wanted to try. I was kind of interested in getting a new foundation just to try something different. And my first impression of this is that it feels very natural. It is the most like my own skin of any other foundation that I've used, and I have some that I really love, but there's something about this that is just so not like a makeup, not like a traditional foundation. It has a very clean, fresh scent to it. It's not heavily fragranced. With an foundation, for example, like my Guerlain Lingerie de Peau, this has more of a perfumey scent to me. This just has a little bit of something, but it's not like an added perfume. It's just a really clean, fresh smell, kind of hard to explain. Very, very light though, not something I notice even as the foundation sets. It kind of goes away. It's only while I'm blending it. But it feels so very lightweight, and it layers so easily. It blends so easily. This blending is effortless. It is such a good shade match for me that I find that the blending is not a lot of work because it just seems to blend in with my own skin so flawlessly that it's just a pleasure to work with. I don't find that it settles into fine lines and wrinkles. I think it gives just a very natural, lightweight, feather-like coverage. It's not a really heavy, full coverage, but it is enough for me. I do think that it covers up imperfections, and you may have to still do a little bit of concealing, but it's not so heavy and mask-like, so it's not a really sheer finish, but it's definitely not full. It's maybe a medium somewhere in the middle. The only issue that I take with this is that it's called a luminous silk foundation, and I've not really found that it gives my face a luminous look. I wouldn't say it's matte, but I wouldn't say it's luminous. It's somewhere sort of in the middle. For me, just a really natural finish. I find my IT Cosmetics CC cream to give me a much better glow. And I do like that it has the SPF as well, this is something that this does not have. But it is a fantastic foundation. I purchased the smaller size, not really knowing a lot about it, but it is something I would definitely repurchase in the full size. I think this is a great all-around foundation, something that you could wear for a lot of different occasions. You could use it during the daytime for a really sheer coverage, or you could add a few layers for nighttime and build that coverage up a little bit. But no matter what you do with it, it's going to be something that once you put it on, you're not going to notice it anymore throughout the day. And the coverage for me has been great. Even with my oily skin right to the T-zone, it doesn't break apart. It doesn't seem to melt into the skin or fade away or anything like that. It's just great. I'm going on and on about it, but it is definitely worth a try in my opinion. And then finally, this is something that was not from the Sephora sale, but it is a new product to me this month that I really love. I have a terrible time with my lashes, although they've been improving since I've been using Revitalash. So I've been experimenting with some different products, trying some new things. And my favorite Holy Grail mascara is the Maybelline Full and Soft. My problem with it is that it's waterproof, so it does take a little bit more effort to remove. So I really wanted to find something that was similar, lightweight, dry formula to the Maybelline Full and Soft, but that would not be waterproof. So I came across this Maybelline Colossal Volume Express, and this is very, very similar. I still think the Maybelline probably has the most feather-like coverage for me and lets my lashes hold a little bit better curl, fans them out a little bit more. But for an everyday mascara that I don't have to do a lot of work to remove, this has become a new favorite. I don't find that it flakes underneath my eyes during the day, and I don't find that it rubs off or comes off at all. And I am able to use this on my bottom lashes as well. What I will usually do is apply it to my top lashes and then dab it off on a tissue a little bit just to make sure there aren't any clumps or anything extra, and then put that on my bottom lashes. I should also mention that I have been using this for several weeks and it's gotten a little bit better over time. I think in the beginning I wasn't as impressed with it as I was after about a week. So once the formula had a chance to dry out just a tiny bit, it really improved for me and did great things. And it's a really good bargain, especially when you can find these on sale. So the Maybelline Colossal Volume Express is something I would definitely recommend. So those are all of my favorites and haul follow-ups and lifestyle favorites and all that good stuff for the month of November. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving and that you are looking forward to the upcoming holidays. I thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye-bye.